Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. I don't think Christian's gonna make it to the wedding. I don't think it's gonna make it. Christian is due in court today, right? And I was listening to Simone Redwine. She is also interviewing Christian's baby mama, the mama of the 1 and 2 year old, right? She said that she don't know how Jen could be trying to holler at Christian and them babies like 2 or 3 months old. Or something to that effect. Let's let's get into the first part of it.
His hearing this Friday is to find out whether or not he is going to be arrested and sent back to jail, sent back to prison, or given a jail sentence. He could be given, has a year until he's off of probation. He could be given a year, or he could be given something less. I believe he's going to be given some less term. It might be 90 days. We don't know. And the probation violation was leaving the state of Georgia without permission. Because not only did he leave the state, he went on national TV talking about how he left the state, planned a whole international wedding, and all of the above. So we are aware of that. But what happens is if the court, whatever the decision is on Friday is going to determine whether or not their wedding is Saturday, September 14th. Because the judge can rule that immediately he's taken into custody. Or the judge could say, yes, we're going to give you a pass. You planned this whole entire wedding without asking for permission, which you could have easily done. But here's the thing. He couldn't have asked for that permission. And some of the viewers, y'all have said it in the comments. Here's why he didn't ask for permission before, y'all. He didn't ask for permission to travel to the wedding before because he hadn't paid the restitution.
Jen has no idea who Christian is. Like, no idea. And like she said, all he had to do was ask, but the reason he didn't ask is because he hasn't paid the restitution. Simone says she's going to be in the courthouse today. She's going to give us blow by blow afterwards. And I think she's going to go live on her YouTube page. I think it's called Girl, Is This Legal? At around 4 o'clock. I don't know if that's going to be Easter, right? You know what? I'm ready to get into the baby mama. Hold on.
My story in the beginning, I had been doing very well, but through the manipulation, putting out so much money to him, he's scheming and lying and telling me, oh, I need this for that. And, I have to, he even pulled the restitution card on me.
Oh.
He told me that he needed help with paying restitution. And he asked me to loan him $2,200. He also, I'm going to throw this out there, he also took the money that I had given him to put aside for our son and told me that later on, when I asked him, I said, listen, I kept asking him, where's the money? He kept ignoring me. He was like, I used it for moving costs.
Child, Christian Walden, aka Gold, has taken the baby's money and used it for moving costs because she had also asked her, like, when did Jen come into the picture, right? He actually moved in with Jen. Now, him and this anonymous lady, the baby's mama, they met at work. Now, real talk, it sounded like she was a little bit of a scammer too because she was like on the same wavelength that he was on, but it seemed like she jumped out of it. And she was very, like, prosperous on her job. And he saw that and he like clung to her and end up that girl had to move out of her house, child. Hold on. So she went on to say that like she liked to travel and feed the homeless, so he would come around and do those things with her. She said, but it really became about the money, right? And him doing things that they could not afford. So Christian likes to put on like a scene, right? He wants to have the look of the man with the money, but he doesn't have it. She also said that Christian does not believe that he needs to pay child support. So that's going to be another problem for him and Jen. Forget this wedding. You're going to have to get caught up on that child support. Now let's listen to the information about her eviction. Let's go.
I say, baby, I did a little background check on you, Pumpkin, and I saw you have an eviction on there.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How do you get an eviction with a $6 million net worth baby daddy? I'm in the kid.
So when we were getting the Georgia rental assistance, it only lasts but so long. So we were I will say he paid for 1 month. He helped out for 1 month of rent. And then Georgia rental assistance covered us for about 6 to 7 months. Now, everybody knows leases are usually 12, 13 months, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
We had, it was March when that was the last month that we had to pay. And Georgia rental assistance had cut it off. Now, at this time, we had officially broken up. He was with Jen. He had moved on.
Okay, so let me clarify. When he was talking about he had to take the baby's baby fund to move, was he moving out of y'all's joint place into Jennifer's?
This was before. He did this back when we had broken up the first time and moved into the old apartment.
So this has to be around the time when he said that he met Jen on the rooftop and they had that friend that was working at Nobu, right? And he has moved out of that apartment. Because remember, it's a rooftop. Jen was there. She likes expensive things. So the girl downstairs with the babies in the house, he up here on the rooftop trying to get him somewhere else to live. I'm going to play you one more, and then we're going to talk about some other things. Let's talk about Jen actually getting with him.
Number popping up on the record several times.
Around what month was that?
This was November, like early November.
Okay.
I would say it was. Yeah.
And how old was your youngest baby?
She was only 2 months. She was just born September 30th. She was about 2 months.
What?
Yeah. Month and a half to 2 months old.
That is crazy.
I can't imagine dating somebody with a 2-month-old.
Me
and
either.
at this time, you're still living together. Is that correct?
Yeah, we were still living together. His whole closet was full of clothes. Actually, all of his stuff was not moved out until late April.
Now, there was an incident where you believe Jennifer was in your apartment. Can you tell me about that?
What?
Yeah, so several people that lived in the apartment while we were out of town, me and my kids. Let me be specific. So me and my children were out of town visiting my family back at home. And we left, it was December 12th when we flew out. We spent Christmas and New Year's, and then we came back in January. When I got back, several people that lived in my building told me, they had it on camera, that she was entering into our apartment. Neighbors that lived in the same hallway saw them coming in and out of the apartment together.
Oh,
and they were bringing it to me because they felt bad because they knew we lived there.
Now, in my mind, because this is not the girl who he had the problem with and he went to jail with. This is not her. This is his last baby mama. I don't believe that Jen knew that that girl was still living there. Right? I just don't think he would have told her that and Jen would have been cool with that. I just don't think that. But then I don't know, child. But what I do know is that today, after this hearing, Jen gonna have to figure something out. Because I don't think it's gonna be a wedding in Paris. I can't wait to see what she has to say. Child, we're gonna talk about all of it. It's your girl Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.